To have the Saudis and Russia both coming out about 2 weeks or a week and a half before the official OPEC meeting is pretty staggering to me. How much will they have to cut and for how long for them to finally dent those inventories?
Well, Saudi Arabia and Russia believe that 9 months extension on the production cuts will make it. So if they continue at the current production level through the rest of the year and the first quarter of 2018, they are confident that they will be able to bring the inventories down to the 5-year average. But remember, that's exactly the same thing that they said back in November, at the end of November last year, when they said that only 6 months will achieve that. So that's the kind of setback that we have. Previously, they said in 6 months we will be able to do this. Now they're saying we need 6 months plus another 9 to do it, and it's all because of shale production. Will be enough another 9 months? It very much depends on what oil producers in Texas are able to do. The market is quite skeptical on OPEC at the moment, and I think that the market will like to see more evidence towards the second half of the year that actually OPEC is able to deliver.
Right, and over the last 6 months, U.S. shale has basically wiped out half of OPEC's cuts. How much market share, though, does OPEC and Russia stand to lose to shale in the next 9 months?
Well, probably we are going to see shale oil increasing over the next 6 to 9 months, so another 500,000, 700,000 barrels a day. But remember, this time could be the biggest enemy for OPEC will be within, because Libya production is also increasing, so is Nigeria. So you put together Libya, Nigeria, and U.S. shale production, mostly on the Permian in Texas, you could probably see more than 1 million barrels a day. That's the market share that Russia and Saudi Arabia are going to be losing.
Javier, on the market share issue, there's a fight between these two for Chinese share, and I find this really interesting that it was announced in Beijing. What's the significance of this?
I think that is an indication, probably a tacit indication, that Russia and Saudi Arabia are going to play along and they are not going to try to kill each other on the Chinese market. I also think that, to be honest, it's very much about logistics. The two ministers happen to be attending a very important meeting in Beijing this week. They needed to meet ahead of OPEC, and this was the easy place where both of them were at the same time. So yes, there is a bit of message, but I will not overread it, because I think that logistics and the agendas of both ministers play a big role in the meeting.
Well, Javier, just to wrap it up, help me understand one thing. What's in it for Russia? Why don't they just let OPEC get on with it themselves?
Well, I think that what is on Russia is elections, presidential elections in 2018, and as much as Saudi Arabia needs high oil prices to get the budget done, Russia also needs high oil prices to get the budget done. And Putin may run a regime in which there is no much of an opposition, but is still facing some challenges in 2018. I think that that's a key.